brings. Yeah, so I'm not gonna go into this much. I don't care. But then again, here's Priscilla. I don't think I could bring her in the picture though. She'll get all crazy. She's been getting weird. She's not photogenic like she has been in the past. Let's see if she'll show up. Nope. Yeah, I don't know what. Yeah. Oh, there you go. There you go. Tiger Lily. Okay. So Trump. I'm not gonna go too much into this. I don't care. But the advantages of not watching the news. You don't have to hear them. Continue over and over and over with this. So obviously this is where the energies are here, where humanity is. Whatever. The assassin feels, at least that's my point of view. It feels, I could be wrong, but it feels like he, it feels like he kind of pulled. I could be wrong. It feels like he's. I guess we'll just never know, obviously, but it feels like he didn't want to go through with it. Something there, he energetically interfered, whatever. But he could have. He could have accomplished what he was trying to accomplish there. So, without going into the details of what he was accomplishing, because this is YouTube and I'm already shadow banned as it is and all that. And I'm not exactly on their white list. So, and the only reason I'm bringing this up is for views, because I don't really care about the subject matter, really. Yeah, it's just a news cycle. It's all the crying. This world is so old. Maybe he wants to trade his life with my life. I don't think he'd want my life. We don't have a life. They try to have one, it doesn't work out very well, so I don't think he'd want that. So they'll probably just give him a golden, shower curtain. He'll be okay after this. So I guess he'll get more donations after this. This world's something else, isn't it? Just it's a bad movie. So anyway, I just feels like the shooter felt like it was. I don't know. I guess it feels like he didn't want to go through with it. He thought he could do it, but obviously he couldn't. And I think he had a clear shot. Obviously, that's kind of weird, right? So anyway, whatever. Like I say, it's good for donations, right? So I guess you can also say it's all up to the human collective what they want to experience here. So anything's possible. So it can go anywhere at this point. Or you can just have the old bag of bones Biden in there for the next 4 years, which would be absolutely hilarious. We technically is already a corpse, so it just hasn't been publicly stated that way. He's been like that for fucking years, and they're just now talking about his mental health, which is absolutely hilarious. So. Yeah. So anyway, enough of that nonsense. So the universe origins, the creature realm. Just dropped the cats. Made a cat video. I'm not sure if anybody likes it or not, but whatever. trying to connect to different. Hopefully that channel is not so not as suppressed as this one is. We'll see. I'm just trying to connect, just try something different, a little bit lighter. The next music one I'm gonna make. I was gonna make like more of like a god that's stupid, but it's going into like more of the creature stuff. So I'll put him in there. I was gonna make a stupid god video too, but I don't know. I still might do one. Maybe. We'll see. I'm not sure if anybody cares, so I'll just stick with the music stuff. Maybe I'll do that in the future. Without going. So a lot of that stuff I was going to use for the stupid god, I'll put it in this one because it does have a different angles of it. So anyway, And that one I'll release maybe tomorrow if I have time. We'll see. It's kind of a long one actually. I'll have their three different parts too, or maybe more than that. You can even change the music style to it. I'm just getting it out there. I don't have time to figure it all out. So anyway, I don't have anything to show up for it yet. And also, yeah, universe origins, the creature realm. I did yesterday, I think it was. Connection to that. So the mythical creatures, the griffin, the dragon, all these monster beings. Of course, you don't always have to see it that way, but that's part. And there also are humans too, like humanoid creature beings. And there are humans also. There's a little bit of everything, but the monster realm, like the two-headed monster, three-headed human. Um, so there's just different vertebrate giants, cyclops, and so on. And a lot of that, I realize is all, you know, points of view. But this is like darker regions of the universe. Of course, you don't really, we're obviously here in the ghetto part of the galaxy, or you can say the whole universe has issues, which I believe it does. Obviously, right? It's not just us. The universe has issues too. We're like a reflection of the universe. It's an aspect of it. Obviously, there's a higher version of it, but this one's the one we have to go through for whatever reason to make Trump videos. Golly, man, you have a world when you have to do all this politics or religion. That must be like a. Then again, they'll probably have something else wrong with. Like, yeah, you can have like a perfect world, but it's like a brave new world where everyone's being controlled. Kind of like here, we have a version of that. Just never ends, does it? There is, I mean, yeah, I can say you can connect to like I'm gonna call it a perfect realm, but a realm where you don't have all of this, nonsense. But then you can get bored there too. Well, it's just they're not really growing. Then again, many are here are not really growing either. So it depends on how you look at it, right? Anyway, yeah, so it's just like the creature is like if you want to say it's like the back end of the universe, if there is a place like that, or like a shadow realm of the universe, where it's just creature beings that ruled over the universe at one time. I'm going through more like memory, and so it's just they ruled it for quite some time. Like I say, dragon beings and so on. Eventually evolved to where we are. The thing about humans, like you say in Greek mythology, fighting, crazy, succubus beings and all that. Because you can see that, like, Starbucks has the siren thing. What is that about? Or you see all these symbols and all these corporations. Why would they have all that? So it all has like Starbucks is a good example. I mean, it has a siren. It's not if it was I mean, the symbol doesn't make any sense. It's kind of gross, obviously. I mean, if it was just a mermaid, just a mermaid, just a mermaid, not with her legs open, but just a mermaid. Not too bad. That should be all right. But it says a freaking siren, and sirens aren't exactly the best freaking. They're not. I mean, even if there are positive ones, the way it's depicted is not the best energy. It's almost like a sacrifice. It's starting to manipulate the hell out of people, and it's working. Of course, you can also go against it and clear those energies too. So it's not necessarily, but it is a seductive. It was made to pull people in, and so as a creature. So obviously, McDonald's doesn't have a creature on there that I'm aware of. Then again, we are kind of treated barbaric here. How this world was created through violence, you could say, through war. Because we have to eat meat and all that to survive and all that. So, just an aggressive experience here. But it's also a reflection of the universe. So if you look at it from like different people, like Bill Gates looks like a bird being. There are people here like our succubus frequencies. Not going into details of that. What was it? The sign. I met those that have siren energies. That's nothing to brag about. Like the dark side is, jeez. Yeah. There's also the Banshee. I've ran into someone like that. Not the best vibe either. They literally look like a Banshee. If you look at a Banshee, and so if you want to know what I'm talking about, just yeah, right. It's just and the Lilith energies and so on. So uh, it can be a good and bad of it, but it shows like our fabrics of where we came from. Like we brought it into a human experience for the human to experience all of this. We can learn from all of the wars in the universe that we're not quite accept. Yeah, the scene is mythology. Then again, you have the comics. You have all this. People are entertained by look at modern movies. They're entertained by it. So you're entertained by it, but there's also an attraction to it because there's a connection there. It's just not obviously some people are taking it more seriously on an energetic level, but most society is just not there yet. Maybe never will be. Who knows? Maybe in whatever their process is doesn't really matter. Like Star Wars energy is like a religion. It truly is a religion. It was based off religions, mythology. Now it is a religion for some. So it's all this stuff is connected to something. So it's connected to like a different sides of the creature. It's not all bad, but it's a lot of aggression energy. It's like all these different wars that we don't remember, like creature realms. Um, the more that you allow it to come, because somebody are pulled in that secret space stuff, they can't seem to get out of it. Some are obsessed with it, whatever. They can't just let it go. But there's other realms that are, I would say, more violent, actually. But we say our planet came from. Of course, you can say it comes from other universes and all that, but it feels like our planet did come from like a creature reality. Of course, you have dinosaurs in the past, so there's, you know, so I think there's a bunch of monster beings here. I mean, look at just the look at or just look at all of the the with the ice age and all that. It's just a big bunch of giant sized monsters, basically. So you just take that to the universe, like the origins of the universe, is looking at that way. Now, maybe they're not always the smartest beings. It all depends. There are smart ones, stupid ones, and so on. Like even was it King Kong and all that. So we just don't see it here in the physical. Obviously, you saw it here in the physical, like a big giant monster here. Obviously, people would take it more seriously, but you see it within people. So we're humanizing it. We're seeing it within our society, and so it's almost like it's like a paranormal experience through the human. And obviously, humans here are so disconnected, whatever they are. Just, well, even when they like some of these sociopaths here, like this, going on a murder spree, they're seen as a monster. It goes back to other origins. So I think I tapped into this stuff before a long time ago. Cannibalism and all that. Yeah, I'm not gonna go into all that, but I think you kind of get the idea. I talked about this stuff before, so it's just come up again recently. It's good to bring it up every now and then. TimeTime.com, private sessions, maybe scheduler, shop here. And we have the events, upcoming event. I'll be there somewhere for a little while here and there. I also can schedule that also here. I'm not getting a whole lot of attention there, so I guess I'm not holding it up. I'm not sure I'm going to get anything out of that. So I'm going to spend too much time on it. So this is something to think about. We connect to what creature you can. It's like people connect to like what animal am I connected to? What kind of creature you connected to? Also, of course, there's Frankenstein and so on. So even Universal, like Universal Studios, they have like a monster universe. Universal is like universe. So and so on. So. All right. Okay. So we're going to universe frequencies and see if what what he can bring here. So, all right, blessings. Green suit, the universe, consciousness. Of course, you can take this for whatever. It's not for everybody for obvious reasons, because it's not part of your culture. Technically, it is, but it is hidden. The more you see, different type of creatures, it's basically there's different genetic engineering, you can say, from universes that are more insane than yours, like God universes, where they are creating creatures and monsters on a daily basis and still are doing it today. And some of them found your universe and tried to figure out their place here. And of course, with different memories, it's so much as a human, you're just going through the human lens of this planet. Yes, you can see it from different points of view. Some do take the delusional route. Well, sometimes when they connect more to the overly positive realities, where there's a massive manipulation there. They know how it's like the sugar of happiness, but it can also lead you into the wrong direction. Sirens do things like that. Now, if you connect to a astral realm where it's neutral, you see everything. Would you want to just see positive or negative? You can see it all. It's like you're in the theater of everything. But you are where you want to be. But realize a lot of this overly positive energy is a siren frequency. They know how humans tick. They're warning from humans also. So are humans like downgraded? Every human evolution has its process. So it's just this one is a little bit aggressive because it came from war. Not all human worlds come from war. Yeah, if it comes from war, yes, it's going to have a lot of darkness, but not all planets. Obviously, you don't see it here because you're clearing out your vision. You're clearing out your third eye so you can see more. And obviously, want to bring it here in the physical. And technically, you do through fiction, through downloads, through someone you think like unicorn frequencies. Unicorns can be very pleasant, but also similar to the sign, very seductive and manipulative at the same time. They use their looks in different ways too. Their colors can manipulate. So there's yin and yang to everything. You can say that the yogis, in Buddhism, they're teaching people these. Not to say they're talking about monsters, more like just how to be human, how to disconnect from not necessarily from the physical, but to bring in more higher, more higher frequency. You need the physical, you anchor it. There's nothing wrong with it. Obviously it has a lot of stuff going around it, but you use this vessel or avatar to connect more, just basically Buddhism and any other spiritual religions that are not the Catholic Church. Then you're there, if you can, even there, you can heal that and see either way. But with the Buddhism, it was like you're kind of like the lamp, like the genie in the lamp, sort of, and you're just connecting your astral powers, you can say. Not necessarily the genie itself, because the genie has its own issues. Well, so like the genie, you can manifest very easily. It's very much in the Arabic world where some can manifest very easily, but there's a lot of times a lack of talent. It's like you might be able to manifest materialism, relationships, possibly, but can you manifest your own talent? You can be a mediocre manifester. Like you can be really good at manifesting. Like you even see those that are very wealthy, but they feel like they lack a lot. You can't have talent, but creative talent, a bit more uniqueness is not always the easiest. You might see it as great, but others might not see it. So it's a little bit more complicated there, but it's basically just connecting more to your astral realms to see better, hear what you need to see and what you need to release. So some people are getting carried away with their secret space program connections because some are profiting off of it and is ruining the space. It's hard for people to heal when there's some that are trying to bank on it. Then again, you see the same thing in politics. If politicians are more, more open, which they're not, they can't be, because it's all about the donations, and it's just also society. I mean, some if they want to kill their career, your JFK Jr. or your RFK Jr. has been doing that, telling a lot of truths but not expecting to win. I mean, I think he wants to win, but I don't think he will. So, but the universe itself just has a different aspects of it that can be very, and the human is very is it's they're human giants that some can remember, but also the human in your form. Yeah, it's difficult because it's not society is not fully accepting its full truth. Now, some of you are, but society is kind of still, I would call it, it's not ready or just doesn't want to hear it. They're still kind of fascinated by this incarnation, just going to the beach, doing human things, going to the store, those type of things. They seem to actually like it. Not everybody, but some do. And just being human. Some are human puppets, not everybody, but some are. It just the vibe of this experience, just the everyday life is just very unique to other worlds. And so they can become addicted to just living a mundane life. To them, they can really make it normal. So it makes it even, doesn't mean it has to make it harder for you to connect more to spirit. Just basically, as long as you connect to your spiritual growth, that's all that matters. The rest of the world can stay wherever it has a reason to be there. And this whole Trump situation, you can say also just to get attention of others that are not paying attention. Knows how he survived. So it's really just it's like, hey everyone, I'm out here on a megaphone. Does anybody care? He's like, yeah, normal. It's to get people involved that normally don't care, and there's some mind control within the political energies. As much as you might love some of these candidates, there's a lot of mind control going on with it. Can you break out of it? Obviously, some in the spiritual community have difficulties with that. Some do. And it also helps with views and all of that's another reason. And they become obsessed, but also they want to be, there's some elitist energies, like we want to connect to the person that wins and we want to be, the winners and all of that. It's something that, an experience that some need for their experience. Not everybody. Some of you are down to earth and just go with it and just want the best for others and have no agenda. And those that have agendas obviously are pretty obvious in the long run. So basically connected to realize also the creature realms are just one aspect of it. Not everybody here has experienced it. And that's why some are just, they can't connect to it, because they haven't been around it. And they might have been through some Greek incarnation or Atlantean incarnation where you see some kind of creature. Or you see it in a human form when you're around psychopaths all the time. So it's different for everybody. Thanks.